welcome to the Northern Counties East League podcast. I'm Richard Watts. I'm now joined by League General Manager Matt Jones.
Okay, hello and welcome to the official podcast of the Northern Counties East Football League. We'll start this weekend with looking at the FA Vars fixtures, and our league's interest in this season's competition is over for another year, as both Albion Sports and Hallam were beaten at the weekend in the last 32 of the competition. Hallam were first to go, losing 3-2 at Step 6 Atherton Laburnum Rovers on Saturday, with the winner coming in injury time from the penalty spot. Albion Sports were beaten 2-0 at home by Crooktown of the Northern League on Sunday. In the Premier Division, it proved to be a good weekend for Silsden, who moved 6 points clear at the top after a thrilling 4-3 win over Handsworth. The hosts actually led 4-0 with just 2 minutes remaining, before Handsworth battled in 3 quick goals to make it a nerve-jangling end for the home supporters. Silsden's joy was compounded with both second-place Golcar United and third-place Thackley suffered 3-2 defeats, the former losing at Barton Town, while the latter were beaten 3-2 at Knaresborough Town, a result that lifts Knaresborough 7 points clear of the relegation places. Fourth-place Beverley closed the gap on the top three with an impressive 4-0 win over Ripley Athletic, while Penistone Church currently occupy the final playoff spot, moving above Hallam, who were in Vars action, with a 3-0 win at Pickering Town. In Division 1, Horbury Town are 14 points clear at the top, after beating Worsborough Bridge Athletic 4-1, and that's the visitors' first defeat in the league since the 28th of September, a run of 15 games without defeat prior to Saturday. Brigtown moved up to second in the table after a 1-0 home win over Dernan District, and Wakefield AFC are up to third after an emphatic 5-0 win at Louth Town. Wombwell Town and Ilkley Town occupy the 2 remaining playoff positions after playing out a 1-1 draw at the weekend. Jordan Kershaw opened the scoring for Wombwell after 64 minutes, before the hosts earned a point with an equaliser from Kevin Gonzalez 11 minutes from the end. Looking at the current runs of forms of our teams, Rossington Main are currently on the best one of our Premier Division teams, winning 4 consecutive games, while league leaders Silsden made it 15 games unbeaten with their win at the weekend. At the other end of the scale, Eccleshill United have lost 6 straight league games, and Parkgate and Winterton Rangers have both gone 6 games without a win. In Division 1, Maltby Main have won 3 in a row, while Wakefield's win at Louth made it 12 games unbeaten for them. For Louth, that's 4 straight defeats and 9 games without a win in the league. Swallownest have also matched Louth by losing their last 4 league games. I'd like to say, as usual, a big thank you to everyone that attended one of our matches over the weekend. It was bitterly cold, and we saw some fantastic attendances as usual. It really was a cold weekend. I think people were generally just relieved to have some football to go and watch after a couple of really bad weeks weather-wise. This coming weekend, we have 9 Premier Division games scheduled, with a full round of 11 games in Division 1. If you're going to watch one of our games, please have a great time.
Welcome to Seasons Past with Libby Edwards. In this episode, I'm looking back to the 2013-2014 season. The Premier Division contained 19 teams from the previous season plus promoted from Division 1 Albion Sports and Athersley Recreation, and Bashford United, who were promoted from the East Midlands, plus Garforth Town, who were relegated from the Northern Premier League. The league was won by Brighouse Town, who won 32 and drew 5 of their 42 games, finishing with 101 points. Barton Town finished second. They won 29 and drew 6, finishing on 93 points. In third place was Tadcaster Albion, who finished on 93 points. Lincoln Moorlands Railway finished bottom. Second bottom were Winterton Rangers, and third bottom Nostell Miners Welfare. Newcomers to Division 1 were relegated Hall Road Rangers. The following were promoted from feeder leagues: Dronfield Town and Shaw Lane. The league was won by Cleethorpes Town. They finished on 91 points, with 28 wins and 7 draws. Runners-up were Shaw Lane. They won 27 and drew 6, finishing on 87 points. In third place were Bottisford Town, who finished on 84 points. In the 22-team First Division, Appleby Frodingham finished bottom. Pickering Town had the biggest home win during the season. 11-0 against Lincoln Moorlands Railway. The biggest away win was Brighouse Town, who won 10-0 at Lincoln Moorlands Railway. The League Cup was won by Eccleshill United, who beat Nesborough Town on penalties after a 2-2 draw. The final was played at Bradford City. Beaten semi-finalists were Heanor Town and Long Eaton United. In the FA Cup, Brighouse Town made it to the second qualifying round, where they were beaten 1-0 at Stockport County. Brighouse's cup run included wins at home against Crook and Billingham. In the FA Vase Bridlington, Brighouse and Staveley made it to the third round. Brighouse came the closest to progressing, eventually losing out in a replay against Wickham.
Next up, NCEL talk. I'll hand straight over to host Aaron Walton.
Welcome to our part of the show. We've got Jordan, Bob, and myself, Aaron, tonight here to talk everything NCEL. Hello, guys.
Evening. Good evening.
So we'll do the usual thing, gents. So let's start with last week's action. And alas, the FA Vase for our clubs has come to an end. Hallam and Albion succumbed to Atherton, Laburnum Rovers, and Crook Town, didn't they? So I don't know if you saw. Did you see anything of the games? I don't know if they were on or anything. On
I haven't. No, I haven't.
I know Hallam were unlucky, weren't they? Because they were Atherton, Laburnum Rovers. They were 2-0 down at half time. Came back fighting in the second half to quickly draw level, only for heartbreak at the last minute penalty to seal the match for Atherton Laburnum Rovers. So they went out 3-2. And then Sunday, so Albion at home go down 2-0 again, not until the last quarter to Crook Town. So it was 2-0. So both our clubs out of the FA Vase, and they've done well to get there, haven't they?
Yeah,
Really?
just touching on Hallam's game, I've seen. I spend a lot of time on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of Hallam supporters and stuff like that saying they're very hard done by the penalty that were given in the last minute.
yeah.
People going as far as calling the referee a cheat. So, yeah, I don't think they're. I listened to Hallam's manager's interview at the end of the game saying it was never a penalty.
Yeah.
Well, you get some and you don't, I guess.
You do. I mean, it's to have a penalty against you last minute as well. It must be a little bit of a bit galling, isn't it? I mean, we do get some strange decisions in our leagues, don't we? So, but you know, that's I feel it for Hallam. So that was Hallam and Atherton. So and Albion and Crook Town. So if we go on to the league, we'll start with the Prem. Barton Town beat Golcar United 3-2. Now, I was at the game. It could have been 6-6. It was, what a game. So many chances for both teams, but it was the Swans that held out. And then a really good team goal from Golcar early on from George Doyle, finishing off a really nice move to make it 1-0, 4 minutes. And then 2 goals for the Swans. Debutants, Tyler Edwards finishing off a nice goal and Ollie Baldwin making it 2-1. And then our top marksman, Tom Wardby, got the captain's armband back as well. Completed it to make it 3-1 at half-time. Golcar second half put the pressure on, and I think if it wasn't for some woeful finishing, Golcar could have been 6-7, but they just couldn't hit the back of the net. They were going over in the cricket field, they were going into the stand, they were going everywhere but the net. But they did get a good goal late on, 3-2. Barton held out. I say Barton had a few chances second half as well. But what a great advert for our level of football.
It must be one of the best results of the season, beating Golcar, because Golcar's well up there, aren't they?
They are, Bobby. Yeah, they played well. I mean, we've got a couple of new recruits. We've got Tyler Edwards from Grimsby Borough and Ollie Baldwin's come over the river from Beverley Town, and they look good. Tyler Edwards looks like he can finish, so that's what you need, don't you? Centre forward who can finish. But I say Golcar looked good as well. But I say disappointing, 165 there again. I mean, I know it was cold, but what can you do to get? I mean, they're getting him in at Beverley, so I don't know. Yeah. It must be me putting him off, Oh, we're not going. It's him. We're not going. But it was a good game. Anyway, enough about Barton. Across the Humber, Beverley Town, I've just mentioned. They put 4 past Ripley, Glenn Sarney, Sellers, Afori, and Kyle Larkin on target. And what a great crowd. I mean, 422. Brilliant crowd. But that's when you're winning, isn't it? But Beverley have always been well supported, haven't they, Bob?
They have, absolutely. I mean, they're on a roll. I mean, they started this season off slowly, but they've got, as the season's gone on, they seem to got better and better and better.
Definitely.
And I think they'll be in the playoffs.
I think definitely, unless they. Then we go back over the Humber, a game of 2 halves over at Bottisford Town, where Eccleshill were 2-0 up at half-time. Then obviously with the manager's rallying call ringing in the poacher's ears, they hit 3 unanswered goals in the second half to be Bottisford 3, Eccleshill 2. Lewis Smith getting a couple and Luke Harris with a goal. So that was a well earned win for Bottisford. They needed that because they've lost the manager, Mike Thompson. So they've done well there, Bottisford. Eccleshill's form's getting a bit worrying for me now. They've got the experience and the skill to get out of the hole they're in, but come on the Eagles, that's all I can say. And I think you'll agree with me, Bob. Bottisford Town on the day can beat anybody in the league.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Can't they?
Especially at home on the 4G.
Definitely, yeah, on the 4G they can really play. You can get some good games at Bottisford, I must admit. When Barton Town's games have been off, I've often gone across to Bottisford, and it's generally good games, really good games. Anyway, back to the league.
It's a nice setup there as well, isn't it?
It is a good setup. It's got better and better at Bottisford, definitely. Knaresborough back to winning ways, slowly adding points on the table. After a good 0-0 draw last week with Campion, they dented Thackley's momentum with a 3-2 win at home. I think Thackley thought they'd saved a point, hadn't they, with Tektassi's 86-minute equaliser, only for Phil Milson to score a 90th-minute winner. Oh, I've been to Knaresborough many times and never seen Barton win. And guess who we play on Saturday? Knaresborough. But Knaresborough, they're a good team, Knaresborough. They shouldn't be down there where they are. So they play Barton Town on Saturday at the Easy Buy, and Knaresborough are definitely Barton's bogey team because, I mean, I've never seen us beat Knaresborough yet. So, and I've seen a lot of games against them. Parkgate lost by the odd goal to Rossington 2-1, and Penistone with a very good win at Pickering 3-0. Difficult place to go at Pickering with that bobbly pitch. So well done to Penistone. Silsden go marching on, don't they? But Handsworth ran them close 4-3. That sounded a good game, didn't it?
Did you notice Handsworth? They were 4-0 down after 81 minutes. And they scored three late goals. So it was squeaky bum time for Silsden supporters, I would imagine.
I think if it had gone on any longer, guys, I think maybe Handsworth would have got an equaliser.
Yeah. Silsden would be glad to hear the referee's whistle, I would imagine, at the end.
I definitely think get in that clubhouse for pie and chips. Yeah, definitely. So, and Winterton finishing off. Winterton valuable point. I think you'll be watching that one. You were mulling an eye over that one, weren't you, Bob? 0-0.
Well, Whittington, Eccleshill, Knaresborough. When the teams are near you at the bottom, you do obviously just keep an eye on it. You know
You do,
what's happening.
0-0. So that was a good point for Winton. 0-0. So let's go on. Let's go on to Jordan's League, NCEL 1. We'll look at Appleby Frodingham 0, Harrogate Railway 3. Armthorpe 1, Glasshoughton 1. Liam Flanagan, of course, scored for Glasshoughton.
Yes.
He's always on the score sheet, isn't he, Liam?
Yeah, he's a good player.
He is a good player. Athersley Rec 1, Dronfield 3. So Dronfield stopping a 4-match beaten run with a solid 0-0 away win to Strong Wasborough a week ago, and then they've backed that up with a win. So I think Dronfield have turned that corner. Was getting a bit worried about them. Brigtown beat Durnan District 1-0. Late goal, won it from ex-Barton Town captain Taron Hare to make it 1-0. 239 there at the Hawthorn, so not a bad crowd there at Brig.
Yeah, good crowd.
Yeah, and I think for me, Brig, Jordan are the only team for me at the moment look like challenging Horbury.
Wakefield might have something to say about that.
I know. Well, they're pinching your players. Definitely Wakefield as well. But I think Brig, a really good team now. Now on for the Club Thorn 2, Yorkshire Amateurs 1. So a good win for Club Thorn. Now on to the game of the day then. Horbury and Inform Wasborough Bridge. Now,
good crowd, 220 there, which backed up 545 that we had at the Wakefield game. So good to see a few people returning. Obviously, Worsborough were 14 games unbeaten coming into this fixture. I actually went over to Brig the Tuesday before to go watch them, just a bit of a scouting mission, just see what they're all about. Big hard-earned win at Brig 3-2. So they came into the game in confidence with a late winner. They started really well. They got their first goal. We set up a little bit differently, which allowed them to be on the attack a little bit more. We got a penalty after 34 minutes and then scored one just before half-time and then one straight away into the second half to make it 3-1 before they had a man sent off for dissent. And then we had chance after chance after chance, could have made it 8 or 9. Yeah. We did eventually get a fourth late on, but we could have scored 7, 8, 9. But yeah, good win. First win of 2025 after the defeat against Wakefield and then the postponement previous week. So hopefully now we can kick on and start picking up more points and keeping that gap extended to 14 points.
So it was a really good win because, like you say, Wasborough, last time they lost in the league, if my memory serves me right, was end of September.
Yeah.
In the league. So, wow. They certainly informed, like you say, played 14, won 10, drawn 4 until they came up against Horbury, and then that record's gone. So, really good win for Horbury, that, I think, with an informed team like Wasborough. So, who are you playing next, Horbury?
We've actually got Appleby Frodingham, so it's top versus bottom this week.
Potential banana skin.
I listened to you when you told me that it were 9 impossible for Shelley to beat us, and what did they go and do? Beat us. So let's not have anyone tell me that Appleby Frodingham can't win.
Exactly. Go with caution.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back to the league then. Ilkley and Wombwell 1-1. Wakefield, now a potentially tough trip to Louth, a journey into the deepest rural Lincolnshire. And Louth have got plenty of experience in the team. They've got Bradley Wood, ex-Grimsby Borough, Lincoln City, Adam Milson, Skegness and Barton Town, Jack Barlow, Grimsby Borough, Alfie Usher, he's been to Brig and Barton and a few other clubs, and Daniel Trott, Grimsby Borough. So they've recruited just lately quite well, Louth. But no answer to Wakefield's wrecking machine, 5-0. So Wakefield really put a good performance in there, didn't they, to beat them 5-0? I thought Louth, they've recruited well there. They probably might give Wakefield a little bit of a scare, but nothing like it, is it? 5-0. So Wakefield on the march again. So Maltby, they beat Swallownest 3-1. Ash Flynn doing what Ash Flynn does, scores plenty of goals. And Selby beat Shelley 3-2. Harry Clapham with a couple. So I think that covers all the games, doesn't it? Now, midweek, it was one Prem game, wasn't there? One Division 1 game, and then there's a few County Cup games. So Knaresborough, they really have turned a corner, haven't they? They beat Albion 2-0. Now, Bob, I feel a bit sorry for Albion because they played on the Sunday and they played on the Tuesday. It's a bit of a tight turnaround.
Well, but if you notice, they're playing Saturday this week and then Monday. Because they can play the home games on a Monday because we've got our rearranged game in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So we're playing Saturday and they're Albion's playing Saturday. We're both teams playing Monday. So it's a quick turnaround for us. But I do have some sympathy. Obviously, the ground's not available on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. It must be. That's why
it's a popular. Horsfall Stadium's a popular venue, isn't it? But at Bradford, there's quite a few community clubs use that as well as Bradford Park Avenue.
Yeah, so, and it's being used a lot because it's a 4G there, isn't it? You know, it's,
yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's a nice setup there at Albion. There, I like it. So, but Knaresborough beat them 2-0. Division 1, Athersley starting to lose a bit of form, aren't they, Jordan? They lost 2-0 at home to Armthorpe. So,
yeah, I went to go watch that game actually because Armthorpe and Aversley after Appleby are our next two opponents.
What did you think?
Didn't really see much of Aversley. Armthorpe surprised me for where they're sat in the table. They've got a fair few young talent that stood out. So yeah, there'll be a tough test for us in a couple of weeks' time. That's for sure.
Yeah, I like going to Athersley. I like the ground. It's
a nice ground.
It is a nice ground, isn't it? I like it. It's good people at Athersley as well who run it. Real good people, real friendly. So let's go on to the County Cup games because there were some really good ones, weren't there? And the big one, what they've all been talking about in the Sheffield and Hallamshire Senior Cup, Hallam versus Sheffield FC. So is it the oldest ground against the oldest club and the oldest derby?
Yeah.
And what was the crowd, Bob?
It's amazing. If you watch it on YouTube, 1496, nearly 1,500 people. But they opened the other side as well, on the cricket field side, I believe, didn't they?
I don't know.
I think they did, yeah, because people on that side, you know. So
right.
To get 1,500 in, well, fantastic, isn't it?
It's
but
brilliant.
when we talk about volunteers of the week, can you imagine the pressure all the volunteers would be under that night to get them all in that time for kick-off through the gate, programs, pies, peas, be under a lot of pressure, wouldn't they? You know,
absolutely. And all the volunteers, if they're not retired, they'll have done a day's work, won't they, as well, on top of that? And
so I bet some of the volunteers probably wouldn't even seen the first half because they'll be still coming in, you know.
Yeah, so we need to give a big pat on the back to Hallam, the club itself, for winning 2-1 against Sheffield, higher opponents, but also we need to give an even bigger pat on the back to all the volunteers at Hallam. And if our 10 listeners haven't been to Hallam before, it's well worth a visit because the volunteers are absolutely fantastic. They're all proper football people. They're really good, really friendly, really helpful. And it's just a good day out at Hallam, isn't it? If you can find somewhere to park.
Yeah. Well, that's right, yeah. Cause you've got to be there early because otherwise it's something into a lot of parking. But it's a great place to go to watch the football. And the sloping pitch they have there.
Sloping pitch. It's like hill climbing. So that was Hallam 2, Sheffield 1 in the Sheffield and Hallamshire Trophy. We had a good win for Golcar United, West Riding Senior Cup. They were away to Barnoldswick Town, weren't they? And they beat them 3-2. So Golcar United back onto winning ways. And in the Lincoln Senior Trophy, a game I would have liked to have seen as a final, but it wasn't. Lincoln United against Brigtown. What a great game. 1-1 at full time. and Lincoln United won on penalties. So I think Brig have acquitted themselves really well against a really good Lincoln United team, who are managed by the ex-Winterton manager.
Yes, we played Lincoln United. One of probably our brightest spot in the NCEL when we went to Lincoln and beat them in the FA Cup. That was probably one of our highlights of our season so far.
So there you go. So it's a good, another good setup. I know they're not in our league, Lincoln United, but the Sunhat Village Stadium, it's well worth a visit, isn't it, Bob?
Yeah. And they've got a lovely cricket field next door as well.
Yeah, you got to walk through the cricket ground to get to the football ground, don't you?
Yeah. We went in August. It was a lovely day, and the cricket was good as well as the football. So
there you go. You was torn between the two.
I was.
So that was the midweek action. Have we got the league tables there, gentlemen?
I've got them. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll start with Division 1. Have we still got Horbury at the top, I presume?
We have by 14 points. Yeah.
Yeah. Second,
Brig Town. That's changed. They've moved up to second because Wombwell dropped 2 points, so they've dropped to fourth, and Wakefield have overtaken them, so Wakefield are third.
And how many games have Wakefield got in hand, Jordan?
Wakefield have 2 games in hand over second place Brig and 1 point behind, and they have 4 games in hand over Horbury and the 15 points behind.
Right, so it's in your hands.
They've also postponed. They've got a postponed fixture this Saturday as well. So that's 5 games in hand they'll have over us.
Right, is that
if our game goes ahead with the storm incoming?
Oh God, yeah. Is that playing Maltby? Is it?
Yeah. So Featherstone Rovers Rugby are playing at home in the Challenge Cup. So
yeah,
they've had to postpone the fixture.
Yeah. I saw 1 or 2 grumblings about that, but if you're sharing a ground, you just can't help it, can you?
Yeah.
Just the way it is. So.
Yeah, we've had the same problem, because Dual Vikings play our place.
Yes.
So we share the ground. So we've had to cancel the game. Beginning of the season, because they've had their last season, they had their fixtures already done. So they booked the pitch. So we had to play away first home game of the season, But that's when you're not on your own ground, you aren't in charge of your own destiny,
That's the only thing. Well, even if you do own your own ground, you're still not in charge of your own destiny because of the damn weather.
Oh, yeah.
Because as Barton Town, we're always getting them postponed and getting our legs pulled about any bit of rain and you're off. Well, unfortunately, it is, but we can't help the weather, can we?
But you've had a lot better season this week with the weather, haven't you? Compared to last.
I've got to give a big pat on the back to the groundsman Paul Colt. He works really hard on that pitch, and he does a brilliant job to get his. There's a couple of games he's done. He's got that on just through his hard work, because it would have been called off last season. But massive pat on the back to Paul there. So if we look at who's at the bottom of Div 1, Jordan.
So that's our opponents on Saturday, Appleby Frodingham. 24 games, 12 points. And then you've got Yorkshire Amateur just above them, 26 games, 15 points. And then Louth Town, 26 games, 21 points.
Yeah, I'm thinking Louth, if they get them lads who they've got bedded in a little bit, I think Louth might pull away, but my famous last words. So if we look at the Prem, Bob, have we still got Silsden at the top, Bob?
Yeah, we've got Silsden at the top. We've played 24, 56 points. Then Golcar, 24 games, 50 points, so they're 6 points behind. Thackley with 26, 50 points. Then we've got Beverley in fourth, 26 games, 46 points. And then Penistone, 27, 41 points. Hallam's got some games in hand, 24, 39 points. So it's all Silsden, 6 points in front, and then you've got quite a few teams sort of bunched up really together. It's Albion's got the biggest task because they've only played 20 games. So they've got another 18 fixtures to fit in. They've got 37 points. So,
getting them games in, isn't it? And I mean,
I'd rather have the points on the board than the games in hand, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Horbury and Wakefield. At least Horbury's got the points. Wakefield's got to get them. That's not easy.
Yeah. I mean, I know last season we were saying about Parkgate. Oh, they've got loads of game in hand. They won't do it, and they did it, and they even won the League Cup as well. And we were at that game, and they were absolutely magnificent against Emily. It was Emily who looked tired rather than Parkgate. So you never know. So unfortunately, we'll have to go to have a look at who's at the bottom, Bob.
Yeah, we do. Well, we know
We
who's at the
won't
bottom.
talk about who's bottom, but
yeah. So we'll go second bottom then. Winterton, 23 games, 17 points, and Eccleston down there has moved up. Eccleston's the third bottom with 22 points from 22 games. Ilkley, 26 games, 25 points. Knaresborough, 25 games, 27 points. They moved up 2 places. And then Bottisford, 24 and 28 points. So look at the moment we're 10 for our goals. We're really 10 points from safety at the moment.
Yeah.
Really 11 because our goal difference is it's minus. Well, it's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, are you playing again this weekend, Bob?
No, because for some quirk of the fixtures, we haven't got a game this weekend. I mean, the only I don't think Beverley's playing, and we played Beverley home and away, so
yeah,
we weren't a fixture, and we didn't have a fixture last week because Albion was in the FA Vars.
Yeah.
So you know where we have a team of the week every week.
Yeah.
We can have a team of the month, unbeaten. That'll be good because we're not playing.
Oh, Bob, you do stretch it.
I've got to find some humour in the.
I think the word you're looking for, straws and clutching at.
Definitely.
So what we'll do.
But just going back though, it's a quirk of the fixtures because if Albion match hadn't been postponed the other week, frozen pitch, we'd have played Albion on a Saturday last week, and then this week we come to a fixture and we've known it's a free day. It's
yeah.
And the previous 2 Saturdays were frozen pitches, so
it's just the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, usually we blame Matt Jones, but we can't blame him, can we?
No, we're not.
We can't blame Matt. So if we do go, you've just mentioned that, Bob. If we do go and have a look at our teams of the week, then. So Jordan, have you got a team of the week?
I have Knaresborough for me. I think.
Wow.
2 good wins. That's pulled them. Well, the 10 points clear the relegation zone now, so that's should see them safe really, unless disastrous happens.
Yeah, well, they'll probably win on Saturday because they're playing Barton, but I don't want to push the kids to death on it. We never get anything from Knaresborough. We could be 5-0 up and they'll still beat us 6-5. It's just one of them things. Bob, have you got a team of the week?
I have. I've got 3 sort of stands out to me. That's Barton beating Golcar, and as Jordan says, Knaresborough winning the last 2 games. But I'm gonna please Jordan because I'm gonna go for his team because to beat Worsborough 4-1 when they've had 14 matches unbeaten since September, 10 wins and 4 draws. Because you've got to remember that Aubrey, I think that they lost the previous week, so they've come back well to beat Worsborough 4-1. So they would be my and it's kept their lead going at the top. So they would be my team of the week is Aubrey.
Is that because you feel guilty for saying Wakefield the previous week?
No, I couldn't possibly comment. But no. But when I was looking at the results beforehand, I thought, because we talked about Worsborough the other week on the last podcast, and we said they've gone so many games unbeaten, etc. 10 wins, 4 draws. Yeah, good result. Because that's the game. That's the game. If you want to win the title, which Aubrey would want to do, I would imagine, that's the games you've got to win. And it came through with flying colours.
Absolutely,
definitely. So, well, I'm going to go for Bottisford Town because they lost the gaffer Mike Thompson a couple of weeks ago to Bridlington. Then they're 2-0 down at half time. They come back out the changing rooms, put a real good solid 45 minutes in to beat Eccleshill 3-2, and they need to be pulling away from teams like Eccleshill and Knaresborough and Frickley. So I think for Bottisford, that's a really good win, 3-2. So they're my team of the week on the 45 minutes that they put in the second half. So that's our 3 teams. Have we got any standout games, gentlemen, over the weekend?
Let's have a look. Well, standout games for me is Albion and Winterton, because obviously we're keeping, from a goal perspective, we keep an eye on them, sort of on them games. Eccles Hill Answorth, for us.
Yeah.
Silsden and Frickley.
Hallam and Fackley should be good.
Hallam and Fackley, yeah. We've got to, because you'll have to look at, because Thackley lost. We want to see what their bounce back ability is against Hallam. So that'll be a tricky tie for Thackley. So because Hallam's tails will be up, they bounce back quickly from that defeat in the cup on Saturday to beat Sheffield FC on the Tuesday. So that was really good for Hallam. Any in Division 1 that stand out then, Jordan?
There's quite a lot of teams at the top playing quite a lot of teams at the bottom. So you would expect some comprehensive wins for those at the top, but you never know. Wombwell have got Louth, Brig have got Dronfield, and we've obviously got Appleby Frodingham. So you'd expect those teams at the top to pick up the wins, but you never know. But looking at the fixtures, Worsborough are playing Ilkley. That's probably the game of the day in our division, 9th against 5th. So
that could be. It could go either way. That, to be fair. Any news you've picked?
Just one of the fixtures next week, midweek fixtures next week. Monday night, Albion are home to Silsden, so that'll be a test with Silsden being at the top. So that should be. Albion will be wanting to if they want to get into playoffs, they'll be looking for a win there, won't they?
Yeah, and I think
And then Frickley on the Tuesday night. Frickley's at home to Barton.
I know. I won't be going. I'm at work, unfortunately, which is irritating me somewhat. So I like my trip.
Sorry.
Yeah, all right. I like my trip to the Wesley. So
and then on the Wednesday night, another goal supporters we keep an eye on is Winterton at home to Hallam. Because you see, Winterton have got another two. They're playing Saturday and playing on Wednesday. Once they play them, I presume Gould will know more where we are in the league, because then they've played the same number of games, 25.
Yeah.
So Winterton on to Hallam as well.
I know Barton have got them massive. That's a massive derby game for us. February the 1st. We've got Winterton Rangers away. That's always a big derby game for us. Usually a good crowd there. So, and it usually never goes to form, that one as well. So it could be anything. Bit of news for you guys. South Leeds, their manager Reece Mudd he's stepped down, hasn't he?
He's the chairman there as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
now 8 seasons he's been there, Bob. 6 promotions and 11 trophies. You've got to take your hat off to that, haven't you? So congratulations for that.
You've done it again. You've done it again, Aaron, haven't you? I've got all that written down.
I tell you what, Bob, great minds think alike, or fools seldom differ.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, that's really good, isn't it? I see they've got Danny Chadwick in. He stepped up to take over, at South Leeds. So that's good news. Any transfers that have taken our eyes? No, yes, I know. You're Pray tell.
Yeah, so we signed Billy Moore from Wakefield back in August, and he's made the decision to go back to Wakefield this week for reasons that only he knows, and obviously the people at Wakefield and the hierarchy at Horbury. Disappointing departure, but we're more than confident with the group of players that we've got that we can continue where we are and hopefully keep that number 1 spot for many a week to come.
Yeah, he's a good player, Billy Mole.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
A really good player, but that's you get this at this standard, don't you, where players are moving on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But that's just part and parcel of our level of football. Just to let people know that on the Facebook version, we've got action from Ilkley and Wombwell. and we've sneaked in Barton Town versus Golcar because there's a couple of nice finishes on that one from both teams. So that's on the Facebook version. So we're hopefully going to be enjoying some good football at the weekend. Now, Bob, you're usually our weatherman. So what's the storm? What's the storm?
The storm's coming, but according to Look North tonight, when we're watching the weather, it'll have blown over by Saturday because there's no games Friday night this week, thankfully. So by Saturday, I think we should be okay. You know.
Yeah, because there's a lot of rain forecast, isn't there? And the pitches are still quite heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, we had quite a bit of rain today in the East Riding of Yorkshire. I don't know if you got it in Goole, but we certainly got it over the Humber.
No, Dillon. Oh, we did get some rain this afternoon. Yeah. It's been Dillon.
We've not had much in the Horby area, to be honest. So.
That's not too bad then, because usually the weather does play a big part in the fixtures for us guys, doesn't it? So that's
just going on next week's fixtures. There's some in Division 1.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday the 28th, we've got Appleby at home to Dronfield.
Yeah.
Armthorpe to Durnan Districts. Brig home to Yorkshire Amateurs. Clubthorne against Wombwell. That'd be a good game, I think. That's out in Worsborough. Louth versus South Leeds. That's a good travel for South Leeds on the Friday.
They'll have to set off at dinner time to get there.
Yeah. And then Nostell the Selby. And on the Wednesday, Maltby versus Shelley. And we've also got a West Riding County Cup quarter-final. Campion versus Taddy on the Wednesday night.
Oh, that'd be a good game.
Yeah, quarter-final.
So we've got plenty of games coming up. I noticed the draw for the JCP Construction League Cup, NCEL League Cup was made. Do we know the draw? I'm sure you've got the draw somewhere, Bob.
Unfortunately, you've stuck me on that one. I haven't got that one. No,
I've got it in front of me.
Oh, Jordan, well done. We've got Bob off the hook.
Brownie points.
So Knaresborough at home to Hallam, Penistone Church are at home to Handsworth, Beverley are at home to Albion Sports or Rossington, and Golcar are at home to Silsden.
So, what do we think about those?
Golcar Silsden, that stands out to me. Golcar Silsden,
don't it just? And I think Hallam are having a good cup run, aren't they? They've had a good cup run in most of them. So they're still in the Sheffield and Hallamshire Trophy, aren't they? And still in the League Cup. I think they fancy a trip to. I don't know where the final is this year, do you? I mean, I know it was at Glanford Park last year.
Yeah, it was.
It was at Doncaster. I think the previous 3 or 4. So
I don't know where it is. No, I don't know. But it was a good final last year when at Parkgate, wasn't there?
Yes, you were there, weren't you, Bob?
Yeah, they beat Embley. That was a really because both teams, both top of divisions. It was like Division 1 champions versus the Prem champions, and Division 1 ran out winners. It was a good game.
Well, they played them off the park, I thought.
Now action from the Premier Division. Second place Golcar United visiting Barton Town. Barton are in the light blue and white striped shirts. Golcar are in the green and black. And we're underway. Ball's played back to Bullis. Bullis slips when he plays it forward and it comes to Kilburn. Kilball goes down the left hand side. It's got round Finn Abraham, but a covering from James Craig King, and it's behind for a Barton goal kick. Ball sent forward to Adamir, got a good flick on. Edwards is trying to get there, and it's defended by back to Stead, and played in midfield to Ruston. That's a good play by Lovick. It's now with Tom Warby. Hits a shot, it's over the bar. Ball nearly makes it to Adamir, but Golcar have got it back. Kelly clips it forward, knocked away by Bullis, and Golcar throw, which is quickly taken deep in the Barton half. It's down the right hand side, ball driven by Petch and tapped in by Doyle to give Golcar the lead. in the 9th minute. Buller sends it forward. Oh, and it's a positive goalkeeping by Stead, who took Edwards out. Golcar lead 1-0. Denoli throws it forward. Williamson nicked it off Doyle. Tom Warby plays a nice dart down the right hand side. Edwards closes in. Edwards going well. Edwards into the area and puts it into the back of the net. That's an excellent run and a great finish by Tyler Edwards. Draws Barton level in the 10th minute. Did well, got there ahead of Lawrence. Finished it off well again when facing Stead. Nicholson with the goal kick from the left of his goal. Sends it forward towards Edwards. Good header from Lawrence. Cleared it away. That's a nice back heel that frees Russon. Plays it down the left hand side for Kilbourne. Kilbourne drives the ball into the far post. It's good defending. Comes to the edge of the area to Doyle. Hits the shot. Good block by Lovick. Shot comes in from Russon. Turned away by Nicholson and it's hacked away. And Barton somehow survive. Forward it goes towards Wilkinson. It's off Lovick's head. Adamir's head found Tom Warby. Warby runs out of space. King wins the header. Adamir flicks it on and Edwards is in again. That's a good challenge by Lawrence. Edwards right edge of there. Plays a good ball in. Comes to Baldwin. Hits the shot and makes it 2. Ollie Baldwin on his debut and Barton have turned it round. Good finish by Baldwin. Now with Kilburn, Abraham got a touch. Defended by Lovick. Lovick goes back to Nicholson. Nicholson clears it away first time, looking towards Baldwin. Baldwin's brought it down nicely. And then clips it forward, looking for the runner, Tom Warby. Nice touch from Warby, who then gets caught by Denoli. It's a defensive line on the edge of the area. King's fairly central. Clips it up. Oh, it's over Williamson's head and it bounces into the 6-yard box. It's cleared away by Wilkinson. So both Barton's goals scored by the debutants. Ball's flicked on by Wilkinson. Comes to Petch, sends it to Kelly. Kelly drives it in. Comes to Petch on the edge of the area. It's blocked. And Will Warby clears it, but it's come back with Kelly. Laid to the right hand side to Doyle. Back to Kelly. Nice ball inside. Petch has got free again. Knocks it across. Defended by Bullis. Baldwin challenges for it. King heads it away. Comes to Russon, edge of the area. Nice turn by Russon. Lays it down the right hand side. Kelly clips it in. That's a good ball in. And it's headed over. Nicholson hammers it towards Tom Warby. Got a good flick on it, and Baldwin tried to get in behind. Defended by Clee. Lawrence slipped as he clears it. Comes to King. King clicks it down the right hand side to Adamir. Adamir drives the ball in. Oh, it's defended by Kelly before it could reach Baldwin. Good play from Will Warby. Got it to Baldwin on the left. Plays it back looking for Will Warby. Warby's done well but couldn't quite wrap his foot round it and behind for a goal kick. So it's just to the right of the penalty area, about halfway in the Golcar half. Again, Golcar with a high line. It's quickly taken. Adamir floats it in. Oh, and the Baldwin's header over. And that was a good opportunity. Nicholson strikes the free kick towards Edwards. Didn't get a touch on it. It came to Denoli, who sends a good ball down the left hand side towards Kilburn. Kilburn stands on the ball and Abraham can come away with it. Abraham clips it early to Edwards. Edwards controls it well. Finds Tom Warby, who lays it forward for Adamir. Adamir into the penalty area. Drives it across, so it just misses the far post and Baldwin. Good breakout by Barton. Good ball into midfield. Finds the number 8, who's Hill. Hill coming forward at pace. Still going. It's going to hit one from distance. It's behind for a goal kick. Abraham's going to take the throw. Adamir back to Abraham. Abraham clips it forward towards Edwards. Edwards gets in behind Clee. Edwards to the right, drives the ball across the 6-yard box, intercepted by Kelly. Lawrence slices his clearance. Tom Warby comes in and finds the back of the net. Excellent play. Lawrence slices clearance. Tom Warby came in, headed it, and it's into the back of the net, and Barton lead 3-1. Oh, Nicholson didn't get hold of it, but King can intercept it, and that's the half-time whistle. Exciting first half. It's Barton 3, Golcar 1. Hill gets us underway. Ball's down the right hand side to Kelly. Kelly sends it forward towards Petch, defended by Warby. Brought down by Baldwin. We've got it on the right hand side still. Petch against Will Warby. Ball's come to Kelly, and Will Warby intercepts it, did well. Gets it out to Baldwin, who lays it. Oh, that's a poor ball. It's come to Russon. Russon back to Kelly, right hand side. Kelly drives it in. That's diving headed away by Abraham, but it's picked up by Wilkinson. Wilkinson finds Danelio. Played forward and intercepted by Lovick. Gets it to Will Warby. Warby goes long. Clips it towards Tom Warby. Got a good flick on it. Will it come to Edwards? No, it's played back by Clee to Stead. Stead clears it away down the right hand side. Barton have it back with Tom Warby, who's fouled. That'll be a Barton free kick. Just to the left of the penalty area, about halfway in the Golcar half. It's quickly taken. Will Warby's going down the left, clips the ball across. Oh, and it's headed away. King's done well to pick it up. King lays it inside. Shot comes in. Oh, it's a good stop by Stead. Oh, and cleared away ahead of Tom Warby. It's a good effort by Adamir. Philip on the left against Abraham. Philip goes to the line. Good block by Adamir. Sent back to Abraham. Clears it forward. Doesn't get it clear though. Good 1-2. Comes to Hill. Hits the shot. It's over. To Hill. Drives an angled ball in. Will Warby's header comes to Ruston on the edge of the area. He heads it forward. Baldwin clears it forward. Edwards is back on and he's going to chase this. Done well against Lawrence. This is a good play by Edwards. Edwards lays it forward for Adamir. Adamir, oh, he's put it wide. Good play by Edwards. Freed Adamir, but Adamir went for the corner, but he's put it wide. Golcar throw right hand side, quickly taken. Warby's got a foot on it. Comes back to Kelly. Kelly sends the ball in. Will Doyle headed it. Comes to Hill, and Will. That's well played by Nicholson. Really opening up to a good game. This Lovick knocks it forward towards Adamir. Sends it to Edwards. Edwards down the left hand side. Still going Edwards. Edwards cutting in field now. Tried to lay it back to it comes to Will Warby. Hits a shot from distance taken by Stead. Nicholson clears it down the left. Tom Warby brings it down nicely. Tries to knock it forward. It's defended by Danoli. Lawrence defends it, sends it forward. Adamir heads it on. Edwards gets onto it. Edwards hits the shot. Didn't properly get hold of it and behind for a goal kick. A great scramble in the 6-yard box into the near post. Got flicked on. Bullis cleared it out. Adamir tried to get on it. He was wrestled out of it by Hill. That's a good curling in. It's defended again by Bullis. Comes to Philip, knocks it in again. Doyle chests it down, lays it back to Wilkinson and hits the shot and it goes in. Ball played in field, it's clipped forward by Lovick. Warby trying to chase it down the right. Kelly defends it. It's done well. Will Warby's in the penalty area. Oh, it's a good piece of defending by Clee. Stead's going to take it. Instead goes short to Kelly. Kelly drives the ball forward. King tried to get there. That's good defending by Abraham. Comes to Bullis. Clips it down the left hand side for Adamir. He's got Will Warby with him. Lays it back to Warby. Warby drills it down the left hand side. Edwards is going to chase it. Edwards has it. Plays it in field. That's a great turn, Tom Warby. Oh, it's good defending. And it comes back off Warby. It's behind for a goal kick. Thrown towards North. North cuts in field. Comes to the edge of the area to Wilkinson. Takes his space. Hits the shot. Oh, it's over. Williamson going to take this throw on the right. 41 minutes on the clock. Flicked on by Warby. Oh, it's going to break to Wilkins. Shot comes in. Good save by Nicholson. Defended by Adamir. Good strike. Nicholson did well. Golcar come again. King clears it away. But it's going to come back. Danoli clips the ball to the right hand side. Will Warby's watched it well. Got there ahead of North. North picks it up on the right. Oh, lays a nice ball forward to Petch. Drives it across the face of the goal. And there's nobody there to get a touch. Nicholson hammers it forward. Tom Warby got a flick on it, but it's defended and sent down the right hand side. Petch, good tackle, Will Warby. Comes back to Kelly. Lays it past Broughton, it's back to Petch. Petch hits a good angle ball. What a good ball that is. And Doyle can only steer it into the hands of Nicholson. Forward come Golcar, it's out to North on the right. North plays it in field. Nice bit of footwork by... Ball sent back to North. He's going to clip the ball in. Flicked on. Doyle's head. Oh, great save, Nicholson. Great save by Nicholson on the near post. It's going to be clear with this free kick. So, free kick comes in. It's going to the far post. Doyle gets a touch, flicked by Will Warby. It's brought down by North, lays it back to Lawrence, who lobs it in. King's head shot comes in, it's over. And that's the full-time whistle. What a terrific game of football that's been. It's finished 3-2 to Barton. Now the top of the table clash in the first division between Ilkley Town and Wombwell Town. Ilkley Town started the day in 4th place, Wombwell in 2nd. Ilkley are in the gold and black and Wombwell are in the red. Wombwell will get us underway. Ball sent down the right hand side towards Nodder. Hendricks intercepts it, plays it towards Marvin Anku. So they're going to break towards Paling. Backs it forward looking for Agnew. Flip forward down the left hand side for Marvin Anku. Infield to Baldwin. Baldwin sends the ball to the right hand side. Defended by Wombwell, but Ilkley have got it back on the right. Brown sends in the cross and it's well taken by goalkeeper Preston. Ball rolled out to Dando. Strides forward. Makes halfway. That's a good ball forward. It's going to break towards Owen. Hits the shot. Didn't miss by much. Struck it well. Ball's in midfield, Nightingale, but it's Owen again for Wombwell. Lost out. It's now with Agnew. Agnew can send it to Nodder on the right. Nodder clips the ball forward. That's headed on towards Agnew. He's in on goal. He lobs the goalkeeper, but he's also lobbed the crossbar. All cleared away by Ilkley. Driven forward towards Marvin Anku. That's a great turn. Defended by Dando. Plays it into midfield, but ball breaks now to Baldwin. Sent forward for Marvin Agnew. Intercepted by Wilson. Free kick for Wombwell now, just to the right of the D. It's good opportunity this for Nodder. So Nodder, the Wombwell number 11. Referee having a word with the wall. Steps away. Not a yard out the penalty area. Nodder runs up, hits it low, and it's well gathered in by Keane. He delivers it quickly, looking towards Baldwin. Baldwin up against Wilson. Baldwin's got it on the left-hand side. Baldwin into the penalty area now. Bit of a mix-up. The ball's knocked across. Oh, the goalkeeper didn't want that, and he scooped it away, and it's hammered clear. Ball sent forward for Baldwin to chase. Left-hand side for Ilkley. Baldwin. Baldwin now drives a good ball across. It defended at the near post. Appeal for a penalty. Picked up by Paling. Nice to clear it. Baldwin's got it back. Finds Dean. Knocks in field to Nightingale. Nightingale goes back to Dean. Dean now just left edge of the area. Drives the ball in, but it's well collected by Preston. Free kick now for Wombwell. It's central. It's halfway in the Ilkley half. Nodder's over it. He's going to clip it in. And it goes to the far post. And that's it's well kept in by Owen. Looks as if that was going to go out. The ball's driven into the area. Scramble in the 6-yard box. Just about survived that Ilkley. Marvin Anku can clear it forward. Dean will try and get on it. It's defended by Wilson, who sends it forward. And it's now come off the Ilkley defender. And it's played forward for Kershaw. Kershaw hits the shot. And it's well blocked and headed away by Lane. Ball down the right hand side now for Ilkley. That's a good ball into Marvin Anku. Gets the header, but it's comfortably taken by Preston. Free kick now for Ilkley. Baldwin's going to take it just to the right of the D. Drives it in, and it's into the hands of Preston. Ball's now with Henriksen, the left back. Comes down the left-hand side, lays it out to Baldwin, gives it back to Henriksen. Henriksen then back to Baldwin. Baldwin approaching the byline, drives the ball across Marvin Anku, lays it back to Dean, who hits the shot. It's blocked, and that can be cleared away towards Nodder. Henriksen goes forward. Marvin Anku, good skill, finds Dean. Dean goes to Baldwin, back to Dean. Dean looks to his right, sends it back to Lane. Dean now has it edge of the area. Dean still going, hits the shot, and it's blocked behind for a corner. Free kick then to be taken by Paling for Wombwell. Sends that one forward. It's well defended. Henriksen can see this out for a goal kick. And that's the half-time whistle. Not a lot in this one. It's 0-0 at half-time. We'll kick off the second half. It'll be Dean to get things underway. Just waiting for the referee. Checking his watch. And we're underway. The ball sent back to Parker. He steps forward. Tries to send the ball down the right-hand side. It was intercepted by Kershaw. Ball thrown in by Haig. Comes to Dean. Dean sends it to the left-hand side to Baldwin. Baldwin drives it across. Defended on the 6-yard box. Sent in again. Just misses Marvin Agpoo. Comes to Haig. Clips it forward. And the ball's cleared away. They have it. Sent to Marvin Agpoo. Plays it infield to Dean. Marvin Agpoo. Baldwin stayed onside. Baldwin cuts inside. Hits a left foot shot, and that wasn't far away from the upright. Keane sends the ball forward. Marvin Agpoo coming forward. It's with Dean. Dean's got Haig outside him. Haig clips it to the far post, and it's a good piece of defending. It's behind for a corner. Lovely corner. Dean goes short. Gets it back into the area now. Dean going to the line, drives it across the face of the goal. It comes to Haig, and it's defended. And behind for a goal kick. That's nice ball to Brown. Puts it back to Haig, who plays it forward. Dean has it nicked off him. Now into midfield for Ewell. Coming down the right-hand side now, Wombwell. Oh, that's a foul on the edge of the area. Parker's blocked him just outside the area. And Parker might be in trouble here. He's already had a yellow. Referee gives us a yellow card. That's 2 yellows, so Parker's off. Ilkley down to 10. And a free kick in a good position for Wombwell. So it's going to be Nodder with this free kick. Inches outside the penalty area. Free kick clipped in. Oh, it's a header. I think it might have been Kershaw got the head on it, but it's over the bar. We have it on the right. Ultimately played down this left-hand side for Fields End. Fields End comes forward. It's a diagonal ball. Kershaw's on the end of it and finds the back of the net. A great ball from Fields End, and it's well finished off by Kershaw. 1-0. Now we're Owen. Sends it back to his goalkeeper, Preston. Goes down the right-hand side to Paling. Clips the ball down the left-hand side. It's a good ball. It comes to Nodder. Cuts in field. Still going Nodder. Plays it outside. Ball's knocked forward towards Kershaw. Kershaw's got there ahead of the goalkeeper. Clips the ball across. Oh, it's headed wide. That was a great opportunity in the 6-yard box. Remains 1-0. Ilkley have it. It's with Lane. Ball's played forward. Oh, that looks like that's brought down just outside the D. Good position for a free kick. This for Ilkley. Dean's over it. It's central. Dean then with this free kick. Strikes it. Comes to Gonzalez, flicks it past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net, and Ilkley have levelled it up. Bounced around on the penalty spot. Gonzalez tucks it in. Ball sent down the left-hand side. No one's in here, and he hits it straight at Kane, who holds on well. Wombwell free kick. Drilled forward towards Kershaw. Ball's bouncing around. Oh, that's going to be a foul on the edge of the area. High foot. No playing. Took it quickly. A fine save by Keane. And desperate defending. It's headed away and volleyed clear. I think it was Brayshaw who finally cleared it out. Wombwell still have it on the right hand side. Ewell. It's another block. Wombwell with the man advantage. Ball's thrown back to Wilson. He goes back down the right hand side. Cross comes in. Oh, and that's a header. Wasn't far away. It was Owen. Ball sent forward. And still going Kershaw. Oh, he's just played it past the far post. In fact, it could be a very good save. Corner for Ilkley. Headed at the near post. Oh, it's well gathered by Preston. Wombwell come again. Ball driven forward. Defended by Brayshaw. And again. Ball's knocked forward by Patterson. And that's the referee's whistle. It's finished 1-1. That's it for this edition. If you've got any news for the podcast or you'd like to appear on the podcast, please email ncelpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.